Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining us once again here on Talkin Fight for another episode of Boxing News Today. Got a few interesting headlines. First of all, out of the WBC, here's their statement regarding Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte. The WBC hereby orders the start of the free negotiations period pursuant to the WBC rules and regulations for the mandatory bout between WBC World Heavyweight Champion Tyson Fury and mandatory challenger and WBC interim world champion Dillian Whyte. That's all you need to know about that. But in upcoming fights for 2022, I see that Mikey Garcia would like a world title shot against either lightweight champion Devin Haney or George Kambosos. Should be a good one if it ever comes to fruition, but it's going to need some permissions here and there. And also, I see that Vasily Lomachenko could battle Shakur Stevenson in 2022, and I look forward to that if that happens as well. Elsewhere around the world, we see that Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor faced off at a Scotland press conference. Let's have a quick look at what they said to each other. Josh Taylor said, "I'm excited to be back in Scotland. It's the first time I boxed at home in just over 2 years, and Glasgow Hydro Arena is a cauldron. The fans make a hell of an atmosphere, so I'm really looking forward to that." Jack Catterall is a very good fighter. He's 26-0. He's been knocking on the door for world titles for a couple of years now. He stepped aside to let me fight Ramirez, but it wasn't from the goodness of his heart. There was method in the madness. By stepping aside, he's able to now get a crack at all the titles. I've worked my backside off to achieve these goals, beat champion after champion. This guy's getting a shot at the lottery here. It's my job to make sure that he doesn't get anywhere near those belts, and he won't. Jack Catterall responds quickly. To win this fight will mean the world to me, and to come to Scotland to do it in front of Josh's own fans, I think adds energy to the fight. So I'm just excited to get up there and take all those belts down to England. Josh has seen all the styles there is, but he's never fought Jack Catterall. I believe on my day I can beat Josh. Should be a good one. Kenichi Ogawa signs a multi-fight deal with Matchroom. Eddie Hearn and Matchroom are delighted to announce IBF's World Super Featherweight Kenichi Ogawa has signed a multi-fight promotional deal in association with Talkin Promotions. Ogawa, who's 26-1-1 with 18 knockouts, landed the vacant IBF belt at the end of November and with a superb victory over dangerous Agenza Fuzili at the Hulu Theater in Madison Square Garden, New York, flooring the South African in the fifth and final round to punctuate a career best showing to earn his first world title. The 33-year-old Japanese fighter will target a first defense in 2022 and will be hunting down unification bouts with fellow champions Shakur Stevenson, Oscar Valdez, and Roger Gutierrez next year, and cannot wait to return to action as soon as possible. Elsewhere, we see that headline reads, Lomachenko, 100% healthy, prepared to destroy Commey on Saturday. Yes, sir. Vasily Lomachenko versus Richard Commey coming up at Madison Square Garden on December 11th. Loma, the former three-weight world champion, is determined to return to the top of the lightweight heap. A former unified lightweight champion, Lomachenko fights former world champion Richard R.C. Commey in a 12-round main event at Madison Square Garden on Saturday night. That's December 11th. Lomachenko last fought in June, knocking out Mayoshi Nagatini in 9 rounds. George Kambosos Jr. recently staked his claim on the division's top dog with last month's split decision over Teofimo Lopez, who toppled Lomachenko by unanimous decision in October 2020. Kambosos' win shook up the lightweight picture, and Lomachenko aims to make a bold statement on Saturday night. In fact, Lomachenko said, Rich Commey has big power, reach, and experience. This is an interesting challenge for me. I know it's a fight the fans are excited to watch. I'm 100% healthy and ready for Saturday night. I can't wait. Madison Square Garden is like a second home for me. So many great moments in my career have taken place at Madison Square Garden. I won the lightweight title against Jorge Linares in that arena. So returning there brings back many great memories. Elsewhere, over in the M&S Bank Arena in Liverpool, also on Saturday night, we're going to see Commey Ayarko. He's promising to make a statement when he takes on unbeaten American Noah Larios Jr. for the vacant WBA International Middleweight title, as I said, on Saturday night over at the M&S Bank Arena. That's over in Liverpool. to be shown on DAZN. The undefeated Belfast talent, who's 9-0 with 6 knockouts and managed by Paul Reddy and STN Sports, recently put pen to paper on a long-term promotional deal with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing after impressing with a string of eye-catching knockout wins. Black Thunder, as he's known, harbors dreams of becoming Ireland's first ever black world champion, and the 25-year-old former Holy Trinity amateur standout is hoping to steal the show when he makes his Matchroom debut on the undercard of the Conor Benn and Irish legend Katie Taylor fight. Says Agyarko, I'm super excited to fight for Matchroom and DAZN. It's a new platform for me, and I feel like I'm starting all over again. I can't wait to put on a good performance. It's a dream come true for me to box on the undercard of Katie Taylor. I think Katie Taylor is not only the greatest female boxer of all time, but also one of the greatest athletes of all time. For me to make my Matchroom debut on her undercard means so much to me. Elsewhere, over in the Ukraine, got a few names to try to rattle off to you here. Taking place in Kiev, we have got the Vacant UBO International Welterweight title coming up, featuring Dmitry Zubko and Achiko Adikadzadze. Elsewhere on that card, Vacant UBO International Heavyweight title will take place as well. Roman Golovashchenko going toe-to-toe against Taryel Dafranov. And that's, actually, it doesn't say when it's taking place. We'll leave that up to you to Google. All right. Elsewhere, just on a final note here, wrap up with some congratulations to James Toney, Roy Jones Jr., and Miguel Cotto, who are all being inducted into the class of 22 for the International Boxing Hall of Fame. And that'll take place on June 12th in New York City. So congratulations to that trio of great fighters. And thank you once again for joining me on Boxing News today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more information on when we're coming up next.